Hi there, it's Emma here from the Southeast branch of the library. So today I'm back with another crochet craft. We're going to work on this little crocheted flower and you can use it to upcycle clothes. You could use it on a tank top, maybe on a bag or in your hair, that kind of thing. It's really fun to make and it uses a lot more stitches than we've learned before. So I would say it's still probably beginner friendly, but if you haven't used anything but the stitches that we've learned in this series, you might find it a little bit more challenging, so just go really slowly and you can always back up the video if you need to. So let's get started. For this project, you'll need some yarn. I've chosen a quite fine cotton yarn for this project to make the flower turn out the correct size. But whatever size of yarn you choose, you're going to need the corresponding crochet hook. So this one is a 4mm, and that's just what matches this weight of yarn. You also need a yarn needle for darning in all the ends. So to get started, you'll start by making a slip knot. So if you remember from last time, you make a circle just like this, and you're going to pull the loop through and then insert your hook and tighten it so it's snug. So that's how we start. And then we're going to do a foundation chain of 125 stitches. So I'll just show you the first 10 and then you can carry on and do the rest yourself. So we'll yarn over and pull through, that's 1, yarn over, pull through, 2, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. So you'll just keep going exactly the same until you have 125 stitches. And then I will meet you back. So now we have 125 in our foundation chain. So we're going to do one more stitch, which is going to be kind of like the turning chain. And then we're going to go back along this way. And we're going to do single crochets into every one of these stitches all the way along. So if you remember from last time, we're going to skip the very first stitch right beside the hook. And so we'll start into this second stitch. And we'll insert our hook, yarn over, pull through 1 loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. And I'll show you that again. So you're going to insert your hook, yarn over, pull through 1 loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. And again, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through 1 loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. And so we'll do that all the way along until we get to the end. And then if you meet me back, I'll tell you the next stitch. Okay, so we did the 125 in our foundation chain, and now then we turned, and now I've done single crochets all the way into the foundation chain all the way back along. So I'm just finishing that up. So I've got a few more stitches here, and then so we're inserting our hook, yarn over, pull through 1 loop, and then we'll get that tail out the way. And then 2 loops, and then again. Okay, and that brings us to the end. And now we're going to do a turning chain, so 1 chain stitch like that, and we'll turn our work around. So this time, this is where the fun begins. This time we're going to do 5 chain stitches. So 1, so that's just yarn over and pull through. 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we did 5 chain stitches, and now we're going to count along. We're going to leave out this first stitch, and we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and go into that 5th one. And we're just going to pull through and pull through again. So that just kind of connects it up, and you can kind of see that it leaves a little hole right there like that. So now same again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chain stitches, and then we'll come here again and we'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we want to go into this 5th stitch like this, yarn over, and we'll pull through. We'll just do a slip stitch, so that's just pulling through both of those loops. Oop. Hang on. This cotton thread can get very messed up. Okay, that's better. So now you can see we've got these 2 little loops, and we're going to do the same thing again. So we're going to do 5 chain stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we'll count along 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stitches. So we'll go into that one and do a slip stitch. So pull through one loop and then pull through the next loop. No yarning over involved. So now you can see this is what it's going to look like all the way along. So we'll do it one more time to show you. Yarn over, pull through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then count along the stitches 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Insert your hook. Pull through the yarn once, pull through the yarn twice. Oopsie! There we go, and that's a nice slip stitch. So you're going to do this, and it's going to look like this. We're going to do it all the way along, and then I'll meet you back once you're done with that part. So we got to the end. So you can see these little loops all the way along. And so when you get to the end, you're going to do just a turning chain, which I just did, I think. Yeah, turning chain like that, and then turn your work. And now we're going to be working into, let me just get my yarn sorted here. There we go. We're going to be working into this space. So instead of working into the chain or into the top of here, we're going to use the space as what we're working into. So I'll show you what that looks like. So the first stitch we're going to do is a single crochet. So we're going to, instead of inserting our hook up here, we're going to insert our hook into this big space. So insert your hook, yarn over, pull through one loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. So the first stitch we did there was a single crochet. Now we're going to do a double crochet. So that we're going to go yarn over before we insert, and then insert our hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. The next one we're going to do is a half double crochet. So we're going to do yarn over, insert our hook, pull through 1, and then yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. I'm going to do this a bunch of times, so if you're lost, just wait and pick me up for the next one. So then we're going to do some treble crochets. So to do that, we're going to wrap round twice on the hook, insert into that space, yarn over, pull through, and then we're going to do yarn over, pull through 2 loops on the hook. Tricky. That's it. And then yarn over, pull through another 2 loops, and yarn over, pull through the last 2 loops. So I'll show you that another time. Okay, so to do a treble crochet, you're going to do 2 times around your crochet hook. You're going to insert into that space, yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through the next 2 loops, yarn over, pull through the last 2 loops. So we're going to do that. We're going to do a total of 3 treble crochets right here. So twice round the crochet hook, insert into the big loop, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through the last 2. So if you can see, that gives us what's called a treble crochet. So then what we're going to do is, rather than have this space here, we're going to kind of join it up. So we're going to do another treble crochet, but we're going to do it right in down here. So you should have kind of like 4 loops, but I just go with a middle loop down here. It doesn't really matter which one. And that will just close up this loop here. So we're going to do a treble crochet. So 2 times around the loop. And this time, instead of going into this space, we're going to go into this stitch down at the bottom. Yarn over, pull through once. Yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, pull through 2. So you'll see how that kind of closes this gap down at the bottom. And now we're going to do 3 more treble crochets, but this time we're going to go into what is now the closed up space, so just kind of here. That was part of our original loop. So we're going to go yarn out, or wind the yarn around twice, insert our hook, yarn over, pull through once, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through two loops. And so I'll show you that another time. So this is a treble or a triple crochet. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, 3 times. So then we've got 1 more. And then we're going to do similar ones that we did from the start. So we're going to do a half double crochet. So yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops, and that's a half double crochet. And then a double crochet, we're going to go yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And then we're going to do a single crochet, and then you should see it kind of go up and down. So that's what we're going to do all the way along. So let me take you through all those stitches again. So the first one is going to be, so again we have this loop here. So we're going to do, no we're not. We're going to do a single crochet, so we're going to insert our hook into that space, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. And then we're going to do a double crochet, so we're going to go like this, and inside that loop, and yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through the last 2. And then we're going to do a half double crochet. So we're going to go yarn over, insert our hook, yarn over, pull through, and yarn over, pull through all 3. And now we're on to our treble crochets. So twice round the crochet hook, insert our hook, pull through 1, and then we're going to go pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2, and again. The first time you watch this, it's probably a bit overwhelming, but remember you can always go back and watch it again. So, and once you get the hang of it, you're just doing the same thing all the way along. So we've got 2 treble crochets there, so I want another one. Through 2, through the next 2, through the last 2. And then, if you remember, we want to close up this gap. So for our next treble crochet, we're going to work into this bottom stitch, and that's going to close that gap. So we're going to yarn over 2 times, and then we're going to insert into this bottom stitch. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through the next 2, yarn over, pull through the last 2. So that's in the middle, and then we're going to do 3 more treble crochets into this little end part of the original loop. So 2 times around the hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 times, and the last time. And then we'll do another one. And another one. And then we're going to do a double crochet. No, we're going to do a half double crochet. So we're going to do yarn over, insert our hook, pull through, and then go all 3 loops. That's a half double crochet. And then we're going to do a double crochet. So insert through 2 and then through 2 stitches. And then a single crochet, insert your hook, pull through the yarn, yarn over and pull through 2. So that's how we're looking after 2. So we're going to do that all the way along, and then I'll meet you back. And that takes us right to the end. So now I'm going to show you how to take this and make our flower. So the first thing we want to do is we've got our tail end from where we started, and then we're going to cut this yarn quite a lot longer because we're going to use this to stitch in. Well, I'll show you. Give me 2 seconds. So here is the finished flower, and so we're going to turn it over and I'll show you. So what we want to do first is coil everything around, and then we're going to stitch in this way to secure the flower. So the easiest way to do that is, first of all, we will pull through this tail end. So we just pull it through the final loop and make a little knot. So that's our finished. So we're left with 2 ends. So this one right here, I'm just going to take care of so it doesn't get in our way. So this little end, which was the one from when we started out with our foundation chain, I'm just going to go ahead and kind of weave it in and out. You're not really going to see it, so it doesn't really matter. So I'm going to just do that, and then we don't have to worry about that, friend. So I'm going to chop him like that. There we go. So now we just have one big long tail end left. And that's what we're going to use to stitch our flower together. So you're going to start with the other end, and you're going to wind around. This is the flat edge. So you're not doing the ruffled edge, you're going to do the flat edge. And this is going to be the back of our flower. So you're going to start like this. And you'll go around, just matching up the original, like the original stitches that we did before we started doing the ruffle. So they're going to match up quite neatly. So keep going around, and you want it to be quite flat, so not too tight. Because my idea for this is you could use it as the flower to upcycle clothes attached to like a bag, or I don't know, some people might want to put it in their hair. That seems a little bit dramatic, but you could do that. Okay, so this is nice and pretty flat. So we're going to check the other side just to make sure it looks how we like it. And that looks pretty flower-like. We don't really want a big hole in the middle. So we're going to close that up in a second. So from this, what we're going to do is thread the yarn onto the yarn needle. So I have a metal yarn needle. You can use any kind you like. Just whatever you have is fine. So, oh goodness, this thread. There we go. Got it that time. So we threaded our yarn needle, and from the back we're going to just go in and out and try and catch every single stitch along the way. It's tricky to do this so that you don't just see my hand. There we go. Okay, and we had a bit of an oopsie where I had to tie on some new yarn because I messed up, but that's fine. It seems to have worked out okay. And then you're just going to keep going back and forward, making sure you get every single stitch on the way out. And just keep going back and forward. And I'm going to try and include that middle one to kind of close that hole. So the weight and the width of the yarn that you use is going to have a big impact. So if you have much thicker yarn, it's going to make a much bigger flower. So we go back and forth, back and forth. I would normally hum while I'm doing this, but I'm going to spare you all my humming and my singing. And you'll start to feel that it's getting a bit more snug and robust, so that's good. And I think we're almost there. Let's just check the front. It looks pretty good. So now to tie this off, we're just gonna make a loop and thread through the loop, and I usually do that a couple of times. And then I'm going to snip it with my scissors. And now you can just work in around all the different petals and just make sure that they're kind of like overlapping like this rather than one behind the other. But this looks pretty good. And then you can go ahead and use it however you like. You can put them on pillows. You could do a tank top with one sewn on the front. But I hope you really had a good time making this flower. I certainly did. So I will see you next time.